Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to episode 86 of the Stateside Report UK. I'm your host, Stateside Gab. It's a bit of a different setup, you know. This is the biggest episode, quite literally, that we've done yet. But hey, man, you know, this is the Stateside Report UK. Go big or go home. That's what they say. That's what I've been brought up to believe as well. Joining me, of course. Let's get the boring stuff out of the way. Stateside, you know, OKC and all that. You know,
business end of the season. I'm saying. Conference finals in one, and we got Burnley in an hour. I'm saying.
In 1 hour.
I'm saying. Which parade am I going to go to?
I'm surrounded by Arsenal fans.
Hopefully I have choices. I mean, that's what I need.
No problem.
But
no problem.
Like I said, business end of the season. I'm excited.
Yeah, man, and I'm excited because, like I said, it's a big one today. We're doing a collabo. It's collab season,
man.
Do you know what I mean? Joining us today from the Count It podcast, we've got Owen, we've got Tosin. I've just learned their teams as well. I'm a bit disgusted, but it's not a problem, lads. It's not a problem. What are you telling me?
We're here, we're Golden State. Your Golden State representative for the day. Come on, we're outside.
I'll allow you lot because your team's made the playoffs, as we just talked about off camera.
No, he didn't.
But that's all
Golden
right.
State didn't.
We didn't. We didn't have your fault.
About that, by the way.
We just stopped the Clippers, and that was
so you're not better than that. Not much better than us, then, for real. You know, have some shame.
Slow down.
How are you boys doing? Talk to us though, because you know, like I said, it's collab season, and hopefully we're due to jump on, you know, you guys' platform soon as well. But talk to us about Count It, you know, the stuff that you guys do over there, the stuff that you guys talk about, and how it started up as well. Because I want to say there's like what, 4 of you?
There's 3 of us that do the pod, Count It pod. Basically started just lads from the UK that love basketball, talk about it every day. Just said, you know what, man. We ain't been seeing enough like people talking basketball in the UK, so we got to be the ones to really promote this. You know what I mean? Really set off a new trend in the UK. So yeah, we just said, F it, let's make a pod, man. We talk about basketball every day anyway. You know what I mean?
Everyone was talking about it. Like even our non-basketball fans talking about it. So said you guys need like an outlet to go and then. And plus, it's like we started watching basketball because Arsenal was literally killing us, so we just said, you know, we need to find a new sport outlet. So we ended up getting
damn team.
Steve Jobs into basketball.
Yeah, 2016. It was around 2016. You know when basketball was popping, the whole Steph Curry. Yeah. Then after that,
3-1.
We locked in serious, fam.
See, I'm about same as well, because about what, maybe a few years prior, you know, there was a young, you know, whippersnapper. DeMarcus Cousins, the best center to ever touch a basketball. I watch a 1-2 highlight. I play a bit of 2K. He's highly rated. I'm like, yeah, this is my guy. And then do you know what? This is my team as well. Little did I know what I was in for, but I can relate to what you guys are on.
You sure know how to pick them, bro. DeMarcus Cousins and the Kings.
I'm so very happy to, you know, like.
Yeah, I'm actually. That's a very sad story.
But at least you know, when eventually, I don't know when eventually is, but eventually when my team is good, you lot come back here and say, I was there from the beginning, bruv. I was there in the dark days. You know?
Your son will tell you that.
Yeah, you might be on a pension plan by the time.
No problem. Me and my son will be rocking our boogie jerseys and we'll be out there. Right there in the streets.
In the next 100 years.
Yeah, no problem. My whole bloodline will be Kings fans. We'll fill out the whole arena ourselves if that's the case.
Starting at center, DeMarcus Cousins Jr.
DeMarcus Cousins the third. Chai.
What about you guys? How did you guys get into that basketball and stuff?
You answer that one first.
I mean, it's a Filipino friend of mine from secondary school. He was watching the sports, like, you know, try and get into it as well, sort of thing. He was in the school basketball team. I didn't really care for it. But it's around like 2012. I seen like a ESPN Sports Center like interview Russ and KD, and obviously like the little montage thing they were showing, like highlights of them dunking and all of that. I'm like, oh, what's this? Like I felt something. I was like, you know what? This is my team. I just picked OKC ever since. But just gradually, we get to the finals. The first year we got to the finals, lost to LeBron, and then next year Russ blew out his knee, and then.
So you were there for the 2012.
Bro, I've been there from early. Every time I say to people I'm an OKC fan, they're like, "Oh, you're an OKC fan since last year." But I've been there damn near since they built the whole building, bro. You know what I mean?
That's still.
It's like obviously when we won last year, bro, no one can tell me anything. Yeah, you know, I've become insufferable. I'm saying let Arsenal win the league as well. But people are gonna hate me, bro.
Yeah, I'll
Like,
be
people are gonna hate
insufferable
me.
with you, bro. I'll be
But I was
insufferable.
saying, I've been an OKC fan for a long time. I've seen a lot of people walk through and stuff. So this team now, I'm eating.
Yeah, you man are locked. You man are locked in still.
Yeah, man, it's fair. It's fair. I'd say I started probably a little bit after Hampstead, to be fair. And like I said, 2K was my first one because I was like, I bought the game and I'm like, you know what? Let me get good at this basketball thing. I was understanding the rules and then I was like, let me actually watch it. And then, like I said, I fell into a trap. But you know, less of that. We'll speak about it another time because you know, I have a vein here that will start pumping if I keep speaking about my team. I want to speak about the teams in the playoffs, lads, because you know what? The playoffs are starting to get good. We're getting to the business end. We're already in the business end. But the business end of the business end. That's where we are right now. Western Conference Finals. Let's start in the West and let's go there. The Western Conference Finals has been announced, lads, and it's looking good. It's looking juicy for everyone that has, I don't want to say suffered, but let's use suffered for the lack of better words. For everybody that has ran through the regular season, we've been waiting for a matchup like this. The Oklahoma City Thunder versus the San Antonio Spurs.
We finally here, man.
Yeah, man, it's looking good and it's looking good. Stateside. Before you know we actually get to the the nooks and crannies of what the conference finals is going to go to, I do need to talk about the Spurs and how they got through. The Minnesota Timberwolves in the end. I want to say you got it right in terms of your prediction. You I think you said 6 games.
I had San Antonio 6.
And pretty much, apart from a few role players here, there, majority of the teams were healthy, and the Spurs, it looked like, night and day, they were just a better team by the end of it, and especially the closeout game 6. Yeah, we're close, man.
Bro, San Antonio would have beaten them in 5 if Wemby wasn't out here elbowing people in the throat and the head and that. I'm saying that San Antonio team they're just too good. Do you know what I mean? The Timberwolves didn't have enough outside shooting. Like every single time you see them drive to the paint, Wemby's just there, just waiting to swat it back. Do you know what I mean?
It's actually unfair, man. It's actually unfair.
That's what I'm saying, bro. From top to bottom, it's just the Spurs are just a much better team offensively, defensively. The guards, Stephen Castle, Dylan Harper, they all look comfortable. But I'm saying it's just Wemby being parked in that paint. Julius Randle, like I said, I always told you the Knicks won this trade between the whole Cat and Randle thing. Randle, I don't love his game at all, and you've seen it. Now they're talking about him being traded away, but you got to give San Antonio a lot of credit. Obviously, Wemby got tested emotionally. You have to keep that in check, and also keep his elbows in check as well in this next series. They talk about Lou Dort, this, that, and other, but they're Golden Boys out here trying to hurt people. But that out of the way, San Antonio, they're a problem. They're a big problem.
Yeah, they are.
Let me say that. I want to say a bit controversial about that elbow. I low-key kind of liked it. It kind of showed Wemby's a bit of cause a bit of the time, I think Wemby's been, my biggest thing about, I think they're going to try punk him in the playoffs or something. So that little elbow shows that, okay, I'll get this, but bro, don't play with me, bro. Don't play with me, bro.
I hear that.
Like, I weigh nothing, but come on, bro. Elbows are elbows.
I hear that. Obviously, I don't advocate for violence.
Yeah, we do not advocate for
series. I feel like that series he could have afforded to miss a game because I'm saying the Timberwolves I don't feel the Timberwolves were good enough to really do anything. If he'd done it against like an OKC,
the Timberwolves are that team here that like if you don't get it done when you're meant to get it done, they can get at you. Like a couple of years back when they faced the Nuggets, I feel like the Nuggets should have got it done a while ago. But if you let them linger, if you let the Timberwolves linger, they can snatch something. I feel like
and wasn't 100% though, bro.
True.
And was nowhere near 100%.
And they still won. And they still went in 6 games. They still went in 6 games.
That is true.
It was never going to be easy. Before we go into the conference finals, but I did want to bring to the attention of you boys of what happened towards the end. Ant was checking out of the game and. Obviously, he got checked out early because the game was kind of done. And he was, dapping up everybody. And there was all these narratives and storylines saying that, is this, some signs of Ant's, discontent? Is he unhappy with, the situation, how the team's been built? I'll get you boys' take on it. Tosin, maybe I'll start with you in regards to, I can understand why he probably did it just because, look, he's frustrated. He just wants to get out there. He's a competitive guy. We know how he is, to the media and to his fans as well. Are you looking into, Anthony Edwards, let's say, for lack of better words, behavior, after the game and after the series was done? Or am I maybe looking too much into it in regards to maybe he's not unhappy, but he's just, competitive and he just wanted to get out there?
I think you're right. There's a bit of unhappiness within Ant for sure. Like losing like that, especially, it seemed, as you were saying, Humps, it seemed a bit easy for the Spurs when it got to a point like past game 5, they knew what it was. Let's just get this team out of here. We'll go and face OKC next week. You know what I mean? I feel like Ant's a bit frustrated because he knew himself that if it goes the same way next year, same team, it's going to be the same result. We're going to be out of there. But I do think, I didn't like it though. I didn't like it at all. 8 minutes within the game, and we're all dapping up the other team, bro. You could do that later on, man. What message does that really
They were
send?
down
You know?
30, bro. They were down 30. The game's done.
You could do that later, bro. You could do that later, man. Come on, man. 8 minutes.
I'm with him, you know. You just stew that, and then once the the final buzzer goes, that's when it's like, all right, cool, you lot.
Yeah,
no
go dap them
problem,
up.
innit?
Even the Spurs are
Know what I
looking
mean?
at like, okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was a bit strange, Humps. You have to agree, it was a bit strange.
I hear it. To be fair, I did see obviously LeBron do that when they played Golden State, and he went and dapped up everyone. I mean, that was like 4 minutes left, but still,
4 minutes left.
I don't think it's much of a storyline as people are making it out to be.
You say that. You say that.
understand the
And
frustration.
do you know what LeBron did after that? He packed his bags and he went LA. You know, so I'm not saying that
Right.
Ant is about to pack his bags and he's gonna go off to Minnesota, because it's not everybody that can say this is my team and nobody can tell me otherwise.
AG
And
left.
Just leave that. Say again.
KG left,
He had to get pushed out the door. To be fair,
but he
No,
left.
what do you
He won
think?
an MVP and everything, but
he
it
had
wasn't
to
winning.
get pushed out the door.
They've
I'm saying-
been to 2 conference finals and lost in 5 twice, and obviously they've gotten blown out in their home floor. I'll be frustrated as well if I'm Ant.
But I don't think he wants to leave though, because if
No.
Ant leaves, where does he actually go to? Where's he's the man? It's his team.
Think back home, maybe. You don't think they could do something in Atlanta for him?
Hey,
Him
man,
and
I
Jalen
don't know
Johnson.
what the trade package looks like, bro. That would be a Mazzolini if
bro,
they're doing that. They're not doing that.
It's
That
just
would
bad.
be unmatched. I'm asking for the keys to Atlanta, bro, to get Ant in the
Homecoming.
door. What?
Jalen Johnson will have to go the other way, innit?
You
There's no way
got to
around
feel
it.
sorry for him though. You got to feel sorry for Ant in the sense that, like I'm saying, he's good enough, but the ones around him is just not good enough. Especially when you're taking into account OKC, and then all of a sudden San Antonio come out of nowhere. It's hard in the West. You don't know what Jokic and Denver are going to look like next season, and so on and so forth. They could slowly start dropping down the pecking order.
It's
Very
It's like
quickly.
letting you
only
go.
if there was a world class big available on the trading market. Someone like maybe like Giannis? Anyone?
Giannis is there still. He's there.
Giannis?
You know, I would say maybe like another point guard, because Mike Conley is not getting any younger. You know,
True.
yeah, people like, I know Kyrie's got some injury history, but he's there. You know, he's not a point guard per se, but I've said Kawhi in the past, if they can make something shake, then they
I
should
think they're
explore
kind of
that.
good in the guard department. Obviously, not the point guard department, but I feel like with Dosumio as well, and his name's escaped me now.
DiVincenzo, he's got the
Yeah,
keys.
but yeah, he's out. But not, I was talking about DiVincenzo. I was talking about that.
Bones Highland.
Highland. Yeah. So they've
They
got a
didn't play him
decent-
at all. They didn't play him.
Guard,
that
yeah.
first
He's all
time
right
through.
though. He's all right, but he doesn't
He's all right.
move me though.
Exactly. But their guard, I don't think their guard. I think it was really their front court that let them down, especially against the Spurs as well. That they didn't have the capability out there to deal with
Also,
Wemby. So now I'm thinking,
Never thought he was
regardless,
gonna
if they could swap Randall up for Giannis and some picks and maybe some picks, then I think that that team goes from like one of like a strong contender to like maybe one of the favorites.
Giannis on your team, you got a puncher's chance. You
Yeah.
know, I said when we were doing analysis in regards to coming into this series, I was saying especially if Ant not healthy, Rudy got to put up some points. I don't care how it looks, but he's got to do it, and he didn't do it, unfortunately. So
Rudy's
as
a
much as
black
defensively he gives you all of that, good stuff. Hey man, there's a ceiling, especially when you have somebody like Rudy Gobert on the team, man. So if I'm in charge, I'm looking at trading him. I'm just saying, I'm looking at it.
I'm not mad at that.
Yeah, that don't. I would have
say
traded
the
Rudy
behind the
Gobert.
back passes.
If I could get something good for Rudy Gobert, then I'll get rid of him.
I'm
I
doing
would
it.
have got rid of him time
I'm
ago.
doing it. You got Nas Reed over there as well. Like, he's capable of starting. He's not as good defensively, obviously, but I like to think they could make something shake if they get something or if they put Rudy on the market, see what they can get. But anyways, lads, let's get to the good stuff. The Western Conference Finals. And before we even get there, Stateside, I told myself I would give you the first word when you put the twos up and you say it doesn't even mean that's the two on his back.
Well,
It
MVP
means-
2 times.
Yeah. It means when you say my name, you say it twice because I'm
Say it,
two-time
man.
MVP, Doc.
Bro, you don't want to talk crazy about your league MVP. I'm saying this, bro. We're talking about free throw merchant and foul baiter, bro. Come on, man. Watch the games. Saying that's MVP 2 times, man. He might mess around and go for a third next year. They're talking about voters fatigue. Voters fatigue where?
Yeah, I don't mind. Though. I don't mind.
Bro.
SJ to win as many MVPs as he can.
Bro,
That's
they hate the fact that he's winning it. And obviously the casuals, they like to see eye-popping sort of like performance like LeBron's with the dunks and stuff, Curry's with the threes, Giannis obviously dominating people, Wemby shining new toy, his game is loud. SGA, his game's like, death by 1,000 cuts, like the mid-range stuff, the efficiency stuff.
The free throws.
Hey, they were all shooting it. All the superstars were shooting it. Mike was shooting it. I mean, Mike was shooting it as well.
Hey,
if you really want to get, technical,
game's so crazy, man.
If you want to get technical, MJ was shooting it as well. Do you know what I mean? So I'm just saying, I feel like, how can I put this? When people realize how great SGA is, it'll be too late. He would have won all the championships, would have won all the MVPs. But I'm just saying, appreciate what he's doing right now, because what he's doing now, it's not normal.
Unprecedented, bro.
When you saw, the announcement, or even before you saw the announcement, and you guys seeing, Jokic and Wemby and Luka, especially down, the stretch of the regular season, was you guys, Owen, I'll start with you on it. Did you think that, all these names are nice and it's a competitive MVP race, but yeah, Shai is really and truly the MVP and we just probably go accept it when the time gets announced?
Two people I had for MVP weren't even in the final votes for it. So my two MVPs were Jaylen Brown and Cade Cunningham. Well, my MVP, the way I'm judging my MVP is by the name of the award, the most valuable player on that team. So when we got into the season, we thought that obviously they got eliminated now, but we thought the Celtics is going to be a real build year. They're not going to be competitive at all. They've lost Jason Tatum. They didn't. You can even see by their moves on the off season that they weren't really trying to compete this year. They got the second seed. Then you look at Cade. Cade's taking this team from they were getting mocked by someone like Kuzma to the point now they're the number one seed. It's that player is the most valuable player. But when we get to the final four, they did vote for it on, then I think Shai was. I don't think Wemby had a better season than Shai. I don't think Jokic had a better season than Shai, even though his team was riddled with injury. They didn't stand out to a point like that. Shai played most of the seasons with Jalen Williams missing out. He's basically co-star missing out. And they didn't even miss a beat. They were talking about going 24, beating the Golden State Warriors record at the beginning of the season. So out of those four, he's by far the MVP. But I felt like Jaylen Brown should have got, especially with the way everyone was. If you talk about the way everyone looked at Celtic before the season and then after the season, I think some people got some memory loss of what we thought the Celtics were going to be.
By that metric, though, I swear the Spurs were last year. They finished 10th seed, something like that. They didn't
when we got the blood clots.
For them to finish second seed this year, you know what I mean? That's a 60-win team as well. That's one of the biggest turnarounds I've ever seen. How you finished 10th seed last year to actually competing for the first seed. My MVP was SGA because 25-1 to start the season without J-Dub playing, all of that speaks for itself. But Wemby, hey, what we're seeing now, guys, we're in for a storm. These next
and this is what I'm saying, because we talk about MVP and SGA, yeah, it's all nice and that, but I know Stateside Umph, Wemby is steaming, thinking that. So you lot think this team is better than mine? You lot think this guy's better than me? Cool, no problem. The team that I was handling in the regular season, by the way, for the majority of it, yeah, cool, no problem. We're gonna show them. So I know what you're gonna say. You're gonna say, yeah, my team's going to the finals. We're confident. OKC in 5 or whatever you're on, but you can't be so dismissive, I don't think, because this MVP thing, I'd like to think if Wemby's the competitor that I think he is, yeah, he's gonna be having problems with this.
He better applaud Shai when he lifts up his MVP tonight. That's what I'm saying. You'll be in the building. You'll see it. You better applaud Shai when he picks up that MVP tonight. That's what I'm saying. But Wemby, bro, the league will be his soon. Not now. You know what I mean? Not now. But it'll be his soon. But I just think everyone, I don't want to sit here and overlook how great Wemby is, because I'm saying, it's a problem. His height, skill, athleticism, flexibility, and that size. Again, it's unprecedented. We've never seen anything like this before. But you have to buy this time. Everyone has to go through it.
Why do you think SGA is the MVP though?
Because Owen never mentioned it. J-Dub missing, only playing 33 games in the regular season helped him this year. Chet missing 50 games last season helped him this year. Bearing in mind, we won 68 games last year, 64 this year. Number one seed in both. So that helped his case. If J-Dub played the full season, I don't think Shea would have won the MVP, even though we probably would have ended up probably touching 70 wins. But the fact that he didn't have his number 2 and number 3 both seasons, and then obviously comfortably getting past 60 wins, and like I said, his individual stats, 30 plus points on 55% for four straight seasons. Only MJ's done it. I'm saying it's unprecedented. You might not like how he plays, but you can't deny his greatness. But I want to talk about this matchup. I want to talk about OKC San Antonio is what I want to talk about. What do you think? Who's winning? Who we got?
Who, me? I got OKC winning this matchup, bro. The way I've got OKC winning it all. I've got SGA back-to-back finals MVP, winning the Western Conference final, winning OKC just going through everyone. That's what I have right now, man.
So wait, my thinking is, I want to break it down. My thinking is, and I don't know who agrees, whoever wins this Western Conference is going to win the thing. I don't care between the whole Cavs and thing. I think so. This one's really going to decide who wins it. And in my head, I'm thinking, I know the playoffs. You have, it's a rite of passage to get beat in the playoffs before you come. All the superstars that came before, there's a rite of passage you lose. But none of these guys are Wemby. None of these guys are. I've generally got to the point now, yeah. I got to ride with Wemby. I'm generally don't think no one's beating him. I generally think he's here.
Are for human players. People are
human players. That's for like people born on Earth.
Alien right there.
It's like, you know, in football, when they said Messi, Ronaldo, and then everybody else still. Everyone else. Yeah.
I'm riding with Wemby. Like, everything I know about the playoffs is telling me, the young team never comes through and wins. They need the experience of the playoffs. They didn't get it last year unfortunately because of Wemby. I felt like if Wemby played last year and they got a little bit of playoff run, they would have been a better position. So it's the first go around. It shouldn't work, but I can't lie. I'm riding with Wemby.
We probably would have caught San Antonio in the first round last year. You know, if Wemby stayed healthy after the All-Star break, they probably would have ended up getting like the 8th spot. Probably would have got them instead of Memphis. But I'm saying this matchup was always going to come. It was going to come through at some point. You know what I mean?
Listen,
and I think
when Wemby was talking shit in the beginning of the season, I said I have to see this matchup in the playoffs.
It was always going to happen, and the fact that everyone's fit and healthy as well makes it 10 times better.
Well, let me ask you this, because I know what you're going to say. Yes, you have OKC going through. However, I want you to explain to me why you're being so dismissive of what the team is, considering that in the regular season they had your number.
I will take that into account, and I'll probably say they'll get 2 games from us. You mean I think they'll get 2 games from us. I think once you get into the playoffs, it's 0-0. I mean, you're starting fresh again. You're not carrying any of those wins from the regular season over. There are going to be certain similarities in terms of stuff that worked for San Antonio, stuff that worked for OKC in the 1 win that we got. But I'm saying in the postseason, the margin for error is a lot smaller. The level of jeopardy is way bigger. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. It's Wemby's top of the scouting report. How do you stop Wemby, or how do you slow him down? How do you lean him into stuff that he's uncomfortable doing? How can you force Wemby to put the ball on the floor and try and dig down at his dribble? How can you turn him very inefficient, turn the ball over? How can you stop the guards from getting 2 feet in the paint every single time? And if you've got all those questions, look at the answers that you've got in Caruso, Dort, Dub, Chet, SGA, and to an extent as well. AJ Mitchell, he's no slouch on defense, offensively as well. How can we get points off turnovers, which we didn't really do well at that in the regular season? I think you learn more from your losses than you do your wins. Obviously, you learn from your wins as well. But I would rather be in this position now, like I am with OKC, and I can go off of what I've seen from last year and this year to say that there is a level OKC can get to, both offensively and defensively, that San Antonio can't. And I know they have the anomaly in Wemby, but how much of that 22-year-old is going to be a factor in the series? Bearing in mind, this is probably going to be the worst we're going to see from Wemby, which is crazy to say, and we have to take advantage of it.
I agree with OKC. I think they're tried and tested. What they went through even last year, Game 7 with the Nuggets as well, a former champion, like they've been through the fire already. The Spurs haven't been through anything, to be honest. They faced a Portland Trailblazers team that they got rid of quite easily, an injured team in Minnesota who had Ant, who was off one leg. Owen's right. I just feel like you have to be tried and tested. to win something in the NBA. It's not going to be a smooth ride. It's never a smooth ride.
But Wemby's tapped. Like, I don't think Wemby believes that. I feel like everyone else believes that, but he doesn't believe that. There's something like there's a little tick in his brain where he's just like, no, why should I? Like he doesn't have that normal fear factor that everyone should have.
Yeah.
That normal rational fear factor that everyone you use for survival. His thing is. Why not? Like, he can't. I don't think when he talks, even from his press conference, he doesn't give the idea that he even contemplating the idea of losing. When he does, he seems just as shocked, even when he was not the favorite.
Yeah, I just yesterday I just watched the Jamie
But-
Vardy documentary, and he has that exact same switch where it's like, cool, I've come from non-league and I'm in the championship, but what? You don't think I'm folding? No. This is what I'm on. I get to the Prem, you don't think we're getting relegated? No, this is what I'm on. We're first in the league and you don't think we're going to bottle this? No, this is what we're on. You know what I mean? So there's some people that just have that switch where it's like, no, this is the expectations I have for myself, and this is what I'm going to show you that I'm, this is what I'm going to show you. I'm on this. Like, this is what I'm really about. And I'm saying all that. I'm still gonna have OKC beating them this series.
You know, I made a whole joke about SGA. Obviously, Wemby should applaud him and stuff. A lot of people are kind of saying Wemby's like you mentioned with his mind. He's gonna try and use Shai lifting that MVP trophy in front of him as like fuel to
As he
kinda-
should.
As he should. Would it work?
Let him use it.
Would it work? Who knows? Do you know what I mean? But I'm saying, I can't wait for the series. I can't wait.
I can't wait as well. I can't
The
wait.
thing is, you know what I love about these two teams as well, yeah? They have two like very good leaders in SGA and Wemby. Like you can see the culture that both of those two bring to their teams. SGA is a proper leader, and like they look at him like that's the guy. We're gonna follow him.
Before we move on to our first junction, can I ask you about because one of my points I was going to make in regards to what the Spurs and why I'm probably not trusting them against OKC is that in clutch situations, and I've seen it a few times in this playoff runs versus the Timberwolves and even in round one versus the Trailblazers as well. I felt like in clutch situations, especially when Fox wasn't getting the ball, it was a bit. I'm having my question marks, just because the young guards, the decision making is not quite up there in regards to in close quarter and close games. Can you tell me how you feel about OKC when it comes to close situations? Just because in this playoff run, you haven't really had many because you've been smacking a lot of the teams that you've had.
100%. I mean, obviously, just like yourself, Gabs, you've employed a clutch player of the year, have you not?
My franchise do real business.
That's what I'm saying. But
Yeah.
you've seen what Fox does or did when he was clutch player of the year. When you how can I explain that? Like you're comfortable when they have the ball in their hands in clutch situations. And as Tosin said, you've seen in high pressure situations last year, every single time, and I've always said this, every single time OKC's needed Shai to answer the call, he has always been there. Down 2-1 against Denver, won us that game. Down 2-1 against Indiana. In Indiana, he won us that game. Down 2-1 against the Mavericks in 2024 in Dallas, he won us that game. Up 2-1 against Minnesota last year, gives you a 40-point triple-double. Unless I see it, I won't believe that Shai won't show up when it really matters the most. I mean, I see obviously in regular season, but still, that's a great sample size that you've seen. They're gonna try and get the ball off his hands. They're gonna try and blitz him. Can you make the right pass? Can you make the right play? Try and avoid those double teams, those blitzes. Can you generate quality shots? Can you shoot? Can you score the ball at an efficient level in the clutch? His answer is yes across the board.
Every time he's picked up that phone. Every
single
time.
But like I said, I will believe it when I see it if he doesn't show up. But like I'm saying, 2-time MVP clutch player of the year. I have no reason to worry.
I think Shai's gonna show up. I think Shai can still show up and he still lose because there's so many other people.
That's fair.
Wemby's defense takes off basically the whole everything inside the perimeter. So if one of these guys have like or majority of these guys have a shooting slump from the 3-point range, then you guys could be in big trouble.
Bro.
If the going to the rim is not, if they can't beat Wemby, or you saw even with the Timberwolves, the way everyone started changing their jump shot because of the way Wemby affects it.
Altered everything, bro.
I think they can still win. They can Shai can still play, still show up, and they still lose because it's a 5-people game. It's a 5
That's the thing about OKC though. They have the depth.
Boys.
Speaking of altitude, they gonna knock them shots down, boy. They got Isaiah Joe, what's his name?
McCain.
Jared McCain, Who else?
And Iceman dropped this week as well. You know McCain's gonna be crazy this
You know
week.
what he's gonna be on, bro. You know what he's gonna be on.
You know what
boys, I'm
McCain's dropped
saying-
this week.
Just before Shea done his MVP speech, bro, you got all the boys Burberry trench coats and
Got all the
rollies
boys
and-
APs,
Bro, you
not the Swatch thing as well, but
They
the
better
real
make-
joint.
They
Yo.
better make their 3-point shots. If he got you rollies and APs, you better make your shots, bro. What?
Bro,
Also, I'm
their
taking
wrist
my
might be
watch back
hurting
from you.
now,
What
though.
do
It
you
might
mean?
be a bit too cold. They don't
Bro,
want
the wrist might be
I'm taking
That's
my
boys,
watch
you
back.
copy this one. I'm moving different. I'm moving different.
If I was me, I'd put in like a little secret note in the watch. You better make your shots. You better make your shots.
If you shoot below your average, this AP's going back.
That's what I'm
This
saying.
AP's going
It's
back.
I'm saying.
keep
but
the receipt and everything. fam.
I trust Caruso and all of these lot in big. But even Dort gave me 3 threes against the Nuggets last year to win Game 5. So I'm saying in big playoff situations, these guys have been there before. They've
They're
been there.
just too good, man. They're just too good. Kason Wallace, Aaron Wiggins, like they're just too. It's annoying.
I understand the shiny new toy thing, and I really don't want to dismiss San Antonio because, bro, 62 wins or however many wins they had, it's impressive. They're running through the league, so I want to give them that space to say that there is a chance, as Owen saying, there's a chance they could win. With my opinion, there's always going to be a bit of biasness to it, but I'm saying I'll always give respect to the champions until they get beaten. You know what I mean?
It's fair. It's fair. Please like, share, rate, comment, subscribe, all that jazzy stuff if you enjoy what you're listening to. Stateside UK. Lads, before we move on to the Eastern Conference, shall we take a junction? Can we go to the junction and can we play a little game? Let's play a game.
Here for it.
I heard off camera that I have a Golden State fan and a Houston Rockets fan in my presence. Just before I have a game for each of you individually, and you know what, Stateside, I want to get you involved in the game as well for once. I usually don't when we get the guests.
Yeah,
in,
go on then.
but go on. Why not? Just before we get into the game, in a very short window, Owen, maybe I'll start with you. Golden State Warriors fan, of course. Golden State in the house.
Yeah.
Could you please tell me how you felt the season went? And I guess in your case, how disappointed you are that your team couldn't even make the playoffs. I even thought you did, but you didn't.
With the season as a whole, Steph missed a lot of time during the season, so that was a big bum in the season. We didn't really manage to get a good run in during that period because I felt like we were in a good position when it started. They didn't, and then when Steph came back, Jimmy went down straight out soon after that for the season. My main issue with the Golden State series, I didn't think they did enough for Giannis. And then towards the end, they did put in that big bid with pods, all that other stuff, and then the 4 first-round picks. But as we see for the playoffs now, that there was always going to be a better market for them to get better players because not everyone could win in the NBA. So anything that lost, they almost becomes a potential market. And we see that with the Timberwolves and now even with the Rockets, they could always offer more than the Golden State could do. So I feel like they did well on the front office. I got to see this offseason now to see what they do to bring help around Steph because Butler's not going to be fit until the end of the season. So
well, you talk about the what you want to see in the off season, and Tosin, don't worry, me and the Rockets will get there. Don't worry. But for now, Owen, I have a game for you. Got a game for you. You've got to tell me scale of 1 to 10. How badly do you want these Golden State Warriors on the team next season? So I'll run through the roster, and you have to tell me, 0 being leave the team immediately, and 10 being they have to stay on the team no matter what. Can you do that for me? Can you do that for the people?
I got you on that.
Oh, here we go. And there's only one place to start. Stephen Curry.
12. 12.
Brandon Pajemski.
I need an 8. Because I need to see, because Kerr's resigning, so I need to see what Kerr sees in this guy for him to keep him there. Because me, he should be gone. But I need to see what Kerr sees in this guy, because I don't see it. So 8, I need to see it. Now Kerr's staying on. If Kerr was staying on, get the guy out. But now Kerr's staying, I need to see what Kerr was seeing in this boy.
Gary Payton II.
2, 3 can go.
DeAnthony Melton.
He's actually been decent this season. He was a decent point guard this season. I'll give him 6. He can
Pat Spencer.
Sorry, again?
Pat Spencer.
He was decent this season, but 3, 4. Not really high on him.
Jimmy Butler.
8.
Guy Santos.
7. Who's one of the highlights of the season, actually. He was one of the few people I actually enjoyed watching on the team this year.
Draymond Green.
3. Get that way out here, man.
Man,
That boy's done too much. He's done too much evil to the franchise, bro. He's done too much. The evil he's done in this world is enough. The evil he's done. Niggas gonna go try kill Steph next. Go ruin our season. Please. The guy's at least cannon, bro.
Few more here. Moses Moody.
Get well soon. 7 though. 7.
Kristaps Porzingis.
Nah, 2. Yeah, man. You can't play. You can't string together 16 games in a season. He needs to go.
Al Horford.
Who?
Al Horford.
Uncle Al.
Uncle.
I enjoyed watching him this year. I can't lie. He's old as hell, but the guy was decent this season. I give him a 6, 7. What's it?
Last
6.
one. Quinton Post.
Quinton Post. I'm gonna be fine with 6. I want Quinton Post. I think he's developed. He's got decent. I thought he'd be a way better rim defender than he is. But he's not as good as I would
He's a
like.
bit slow-footed for my liking, to be fair. I'll be honest, but big man shoot threes, a bit of promise there, sure. Lads, before we move on to Houston, was there any overreactions there? Maybe like Draymond, the 3 is not it's not the worst shot in the world. I know a lot.
One as well. I was interested to hear because I think it's Draymond and Steph, bro. Yeah, I mean, Steph needs Draymond as much as Draymond needs Steph.
Do you think so?
I think so, bro. Especially at this stage of his career. Steph won't find that connection with anyone else but Draymond.
So you don't feel like Team USA, Draymond weren't there, and Steph was still doing his thing.
But they're all superstars.
With LeBron and KD.
Yeah.
I'm saying, with LeBron and KD on the team.
Bro, I've seen Team USA wet the bed in past Olympics and that, man.
I hear it, but I'm saying with Draymond, unfortunately, you're gonna have to take the rough of the smooth. It's just what it's gonna be.
I feel like his behavior is becoming more detrimental than it is now. Before Draymond's things, we used to be like a whole, okay, it gets the people going. You know what I mean? It was driven. Now it's just like, it's almost becoming chaotic to the team in terms of everything he does. And I just feel like he doesn't have the skill set now. Obviously, he still has the mental IQ to affect the game, but sometimes he's a step too slow or mentally, like physically, but mentally, he's still the guy. But his actions as well, plus his decline in physical attributes. Maybe 3 was a bit harsh, but this season he really pissed me off. Pissed me.
I just can't see him on any other team. Just like with Clay.
I was gonna
I
say,
see Clay in the Dallas thing. It just doesn't look right.
Draymond leads the Warriors. I feel like it's gonna be a cliff dive, bro. Like you gotta go play Dame or something, go to Portland or something like. Try and implement what you did with Steph in Portland or something like that.
But you gotta go Pistons with Isaiah Stewart. They can become the Dudley brothers. They can go live out your dream and be a Dudley brother.
They need shooting
back down, bro, over there, man.
They need shooting, and you want to get Draymond Green over there.
Oh, he wants to be a Dudley brother with Isaiah Stewart. Let him go live out his dream. Let him finish out his season, bro.
Team 3.
I don't want to play basketball.
Hey man, before we get to the East, lads, come on, we gotta go Houston. We gotta go Houston and do the same thing. Tosin, very quickly, how did the season go for you? Because first round exit to injured Lakers, Chai.
Yeah, I know, man. The playoffs were bad. The playoffs were terrible. Like that game 3 when Jabari passed the ball to what's his name? I wanted to just strangle him, bro. I swear down. But the regular season wasn't too bad, I was saying once Van Vliet got injured and we didn't have a playmaker, I was thinking it was gonna be terrible. Like KD without a playmaker on his team, we never really do well. But regular season wasn't too bad, Finished what, 5th seed, I believe, 5th seed, 4th seed.
Something like that.
Around the area, I wasn't too mad at that. We made the playoffs, but when it got to the playoffs, I knew what it was from the start. Ask Owen, I wasn't expecting anything throughout the whole year. But yeah, not a bad season. Not a bad season though, not terrible.
Well, as you know, your team's going to probably go through some changes in the summer. However, you can tell me who you want to stay, scale of 1 to 10, 0 being, get off the team, 10 being, you have to stay. Here we go. Let's start with Amen Thompson.
9, 10. That boy ain't going nowhere, bro. Nowhere.
Reed Shepherd.
I love that boy. Reed. Thing is, Reed has space to grow, but I'll give him 6. I like Reed though.
Kevin Durant.
No, Amelia, you ain't going nowhere. 10.
Fred VanVleet.
See, I've only been a Houston fan for 1 year, Only 1 year, because wherever KD goes, I go. But VanVleet, I actually like VanVleet, so I'll say, if we don't make any big trades, 7. I like VanVleet.
Jabari Smith Jr.
8. I like Jabari.
Tari Eason.
4. I wouldn't be mad if he left. I wouldn't be mad.
Dorian Finney-Smith.
1. But yeah, get out of here, bro. DFS, get out of here, man.
Steven Adams.
I like Steven Adams a lot. I'm gonna say 8. You know, I like Steven Adams a lot.
Alperen Şengün.
9. He has to stay. If we're not making any big trades for Giannis, then Şengün has to stay at Houston Rocket for the next 6 years, bro.
Clint Capella.
4.
Josh Okogie.
Kogi, 5. Like he's the type of player that he's just a supplementary player. Like he can go and fit in anywhere. To be honest, good defensively, he can shoot the free, but he's not too important. So yeah, 5.
Someone I forgot who was even on the Rockets. I don't know how he's still there. Jason Tate.
Bro, he can go today, tomorrow.
He was the one that gave up the 3 to Marcus Smart, innit?
Yeah.
Bro.
All about him.
I wanted to throw my laptop on the floor when he did. I swear. He said, what's his name? Email.
Ime.
Yeah.
Oh.
Bro, -1, bro. Jason Tate. How do you even do that, bro? Get out of my club, man. Please.
Last one. Uncle Jeff Green.
Jeff Green, locker room guy, man. I wouldn't want him to go. I'll say 6, you know. I like Jeff Green. I like Jeff Green a lot.
Gabs, add the coach in there.
Oh yeah, I had the coach in there in your case. Ime Udoka. Do you want him to stay next season?
No, I want him to stay. Ime has to stay, man. Because I don't see who's better than him that's out there.
I just heard a lot of Rockets fans, they don't want him back.
I know a lot of Rockets trying to hold him back because of all the negativity that he kind of brings to the team. But in terms of actual coaching, he's a good coach. He's a good coach, man. They respect him at the end of the day. The team respects him.
Stateside up. I said I'm going to get you involved. I have one rule. Do not say 10 for every single player or I will come and headbutt you. It's as simple as that. You know, be objective. Yeah. This guy is shameless. Come on, here we go. Scale of 1 to 10. How badly do you want this player on the
10 across the board, man. 10 across the board. We'll be wasting our time here. 10 across the leave my team alone. 10 across the board. No one's going. I'm locking the door behind them, bro. No one's leaving. Do you know what I mean? 10 across the board. We might as well move to the east right now.
You're such a shameless guy, honestly.
No, but I'm saying I love the team that we have. I mean, and we even got better from last year. We didn't really lose anyone apart from Isman Jang.
So you know what? Instead of the game, let me ask you this question then. Do you think that there's no way that your team can get better?
If you asked me this last year, I would have said no. I would have said we could get better. We could get more shooting.
I'm asking you now.
Right now, no. And I always say this to people: defense can only take you but so far. You need shot makers. You need playmakers. And obviously, AJ Mitchell's come back from injury as he was injured last year. Jared McCain, he's coming as well, giving you big time production. Shooting, I think 67% from 3 in the postseason. This team that won 68 games has gotten better. That's what I'm saying.
I've got a question. Knock on wood. If you guys lose this year, yeah,
God forbid.
And Giannis says, "I want to go to OKC." Would you do it? Would you do it?
Listen, Gabriel asked me this before we won the championship last year. It's on one of our videos on TikTok.
It's one of our most popping videos. Come and see what this guy said.
I said I am not trading anyone on this team for Giannis, bro.
Wow.
No one. This is before we won the championship, bro.
They asked for Chet, Wiggins, and Isaiah Joe, a couple picks. You won't do that.
I tell him to go to hell. What? No chance. Bro, that's the thing. Bro, we don't need Giannis. Giannis needs us. That's the thing.
It's true. It's true.
I wouldn't
solidify this guy's nonsense, bro.
I wouldn't. All jokes aside, I wouldn't.
If I told you what your most expensive let's say Isaiah Hartenstein, like role players, Jalen Williams, Lou Dort, get them out of there. You get Giannis.
He'll do it. He's lying. He's
He's a shameless guy.
Yeah, I believe him. Because you guys, obviously one of the best thing about them, okay, it's their chemistry. It's actually their chemistry. So you don't know, bringing Giannis, bringing an ego like that into the changing room, you don't know what that is going to do. Now my man thinks he's top dog over Shai.
Did you hear what Thing said? What's his name? Miles Turner said, Giannis is always late for the planes to
Yeah, bro, that's Giannis's team, man. You're not operating on Giannis's time, man.
Bro,
What the hell?
that's this season, man. Look what they had him playing with. I'm lucky he even got on the plane, bro. He wanted to get to the plane to play with Miles Turner that put up. How many points did Miles Turner put up? He came off the train.
Not
But
enough.
got 6 rebounds. You might as well stay at home.
What a
Play
waste,
Lego.
man.
Bro, I love this OKC too much. It's almost a bit unhealthy. I think I'm part of the team. Everyone's getting their watches. I'm like, where's mine then? I was trying to get in the line, trying to
You
get
can go
mine.
get the Swatch thing. That's what you can go and
I was
get.
trying to form an orderly queue to get my watch as well. Bro, I won't trade anyone.
So
I
what
won't trade
happens,
anyone for these ones.
because we need to go to the East, what happens when the team starts to get a bit too expensive and then you start seeing them break apart the team slowly but surely? You start seeing all these young players in the draft coming
I
through.
think an injury
got all
will
these
have
picks
to
now.
play Jalen, J-Dub,
Bro,
You might
seen-
get some more Jalen's from college coming into the team. What are you going to be saying there?
I've seen KD, Russ Harden. I've seen them leave. I'd live, but now if that option isn't available, there's no point talking about it. I mean, I've seen them leave, and we've won. But I'm saying, as of now, if you ask me, no chance. No
You
one's
guys
leaving.
got everyone's picks as well, anyway. So
That's what I'm saying.
there's people in the fetus that you got their picks. So
We don't need to make any big swings. We got what we need. I mean, we've got what we need, but people are still gonna overlook us because Shani New Toy Wemby and the San Antonio Spurs are in town. Bro, they'll get slapped up, and we'll all be here and watch it. You know what I mean?
It's like 4-1 to the Spurs. Giannis is going to OKC. Remember I said that in your film. Remember I said that. If you don't lose 4-1.
Genuinely, barring any injuries, I don't see us lose. Let me not jinx it.
Let's not, because please.
Game one's
OKC,
tonight. Game
I
one's
don't even
tonight.
like talking about them like that because of this guy.
Let me
So
not
let's
jinx it.
not. Please.
Let me not
I'm
jinx it.
tired. I'm sick. I need a drink. So how about we go East? And then before we get to the Eastern Conference Finals, that's looking tasty in itself, by the way. Game 7 was, at the time of recording, yesterday?
Yeah.
It was kind of peak. I'm not gonna lie, it didn't go the way I was expecting. The Detroit Pistons got their ass handed to them on a silver plate. Cleveland Cavaliers, Donovan Mitchell, they've made the conference finals. And Stateside, I don't know if you've been saying it for a long time, probably since we started this podcast. By the way, people like Mitchell, Embiid, when you're that level of player, I don't want to hear niche, but get to the conference finals because that's black spots on you guys' resume. You can't be talking about best shooting guard in the league, best setting in the league. You haven't even touched the conference finals. Well, Mr. Humphrey, Donovan Mitchell's there. And he did it in style. He did it in
My
fashion.
boy, that's
He
my boy
is.
right there.
He is. You gotta give him credit. As a hater like myself, I give credit when credit is due. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, bro, it called for it. Game 7 against 60-win first team Detroit team in Detroit. What can you do for me? And he balled out, playmaking, scoring. The two bigs, Mobley and Allen, they had fun with Duran and whoever they had out there the whole series. You have to give Donovan Mitchell credit. You have to give James Harden, who a lot of people just comfortably put this tag on him of being a playoff dropper. You have to give him credit as well. Obviously, now you're in the conference finals.
It's not that he's a
I'm not doing that. Harden's not getting the blind for the game 7.
He's a game
No,
6 and 7 dropper. That's what he is. Game 6 and 7, that boy don't show up. You don't want to
Bro, with Harden, I think it's a bit harsh, bro. Because when he was at his best, he was facing the best team ever assembled, bro. There's no way, bro. Not even MJ could beat that Durant and Curry team.
I'll give him his props for what he did to that Golden State team. Like that's one of the best things I've ever seen in sport.
100%. But I mean, obviously,
game 7, Harden. There's times he's shown me that he just looked
I
like
know
a
he's 100%. But I mean, bro, to keep it to the Cavs and him and Donovan Mitchell, they've done what they needed to do. But now you're playing the Knicks team who's literally balling out of their mind. I mean, the Knicks, they play some of the best basketball. All of a sudden, Cats turn into Jokic. They're doing like movement in and around him. Like Brunson's looking comfortable. He's not ball dominating, so he's not gassed in the fourth quarter. They're playing some of the best basketball. Obviously, credit to Mike Brown. So we'll see what that looks like with Mitchell and Mobley and Harden and all those guys, which obviously we're about to speak about as well.
Yeah, exactly. Before we even get there, by the way, I'm going to say commiserations to the Pistons. Owen was talking about Cade in regards to being an MVP candidate. Didn't perform the greatest in Game 7, but I'm going to lie, none of them did. However, there's one person in particular that I need them to raise their hands up and someone put the handcuffs on them and send them straight to jail. If there's anybody that I've ever seen play their way out of at least minimum $100 million, is Jalen Duren. That man is I'm not going to call him a scrap because in the regular season, he was hooping. However, he averaged damn near 20 in the regular season and he barely averaged 10 in the playoffs.
That's
So
crazy.
if there's somebody that I need to give the Hall of Shame award to in this playoffs, lads, before we get onto anything else, is Jalen Duren, because he disgraced himself.
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad.
Watch his boys
Thing
getting
is,
jumped and
Darren
did nothing.
Adams said something before when he got to the playoffs, when he said that the lights were too bright. Like, Jalen Duren at the end of the day is 22 though. Like, we have to give him some time to actually like build up who he is.
But here's the thing, though. His and the Pistons, home physical makeup is being physical. We're going to be more physical than you. We're going to bring the pain first. You're not going to out-rebound me. You're not going to block more shots than me. You're not going to set harder screens than me. I'm going to be in the paint more than you.
Yeah.
But especially in round one, and obviously coming into round two, bro, he was getting moved to by Wendell Carter, and then especially by Jarrett Allen and Evan Mobley as well. He was getting moved to. So if that is what, your game is all about, and Humps has said in the past, he's trying to unlock this finesse style game, and especially in the playoff, bro, what are you doing? This is stick to what you know. We need to win this game. So get your bum in the paint and do your thing. But he weren't doing it.
No, that is true. He was playing
give him the credit of being 22, bro. He wrapped
floaters and stuff. Well, I don't know what.
He wrapped it. He fumbled it. So if
Yeah.
there's anybody that, me personally, I have to put the blame at somebody's feet, he can open the door because the blame is right there. No, I have no problems about that.
But okay, Durant quickly, just on Durant, I wanted to ask, and the Pistons as a whole, would you go confident at any other team in the, say, East or West, with Durant being your second option to score it? Like, even if you go off the frame of the season, I think it's more of a structure, is a team structure problem than Durant. Because Durant, even though he's been playing, he played well in the regular season, I wouldn't really feel comfortable with him being my second option. I think I'm going to do past the semi-final conference semi-final. I feel like maybe if they had, and this is someone that was available at the time before he's had a contract. For example, if they had like a big three of him and marketing and that, someone that can give you 20 in a different type of capacity than Durant, then it's a more of a fit. It makes more sense for them. Okay, this team should get to this. It doesn't excuse his performance, by the way. His performance was disgusting and he deserves to be flogged in public. But just in general, I think it's more of a structure of the team that I wouldn't feel comfortable with that.
You say that, and I'm gonna answer your question with another question, just because their lineup is. I gave them credit in the off season in regards to they brought in Duncan Robinson and they Tobias Harris came in, and to be fair, this playoffs he actually looked alright. To be fair, compared to producing in Philly, he looked alright this year. How do you, go about moving there when we just posted on the, the stateside platforms, somebody like Anamen Thompson that's just there. And, you should know this, Tosin, as a, Houston Rockets fan, that, we have this all-worldly talent, probably, the best defender that's not named Wemby on our team, but he can't shoot. And if I want to get more shooting and I'm trying to build this guy up as, a part of the future, what do you do? Am I looking to move this guy? Am I looking to develop a jump shot? I don't think that's the way, because I don't think that's possible. But what are you guys thinking that, these guys, the Pistons, have to do in regards to upgrading their roster when they have somebody like Asoda that I don't know what they do with him?
The thing about Asar, he does everything else at a high level already. Like what Owen said about marketing, when he even said that, I was like, that's not even a bad idea, They need someone else that can get them 20 in a different way than Durant can. Someone that can do it from the perimeter, can do a little bit from the inside as well. But players like Asar and Amen, I look at them like they're just so important to the game, man. Like there's little moments, like little periods in a playoff game where he'll get like a little steal or a deflection, which can just change the series on his head like that. You know what I mean? So I don't think you get rid of them. You just have to wait and hope that they develop some form of offense.
I think of Asar as well. That's what I'm saying. I think of Asar is that's the jump shot. That's it, Asar gets a jump shot, and he's almost like the perfect player that you'd want, like the 3-and-D guy. Like, okay, he's gonna lock up. Because I really feel like his defense on Harden and Mitchell this playoff series, even though they had their games of that, you rarely saw a game where both of them went off in this thing. So,
boys, one of my favorite players of all time, Andre Roberson, right? And I always said the same thing. If this guy gets a jump shot, they never get a jump shot, bro. I'm sorry to spoil it for you. But these guys never get a jump shot.
Why they came into the league, he wasn't a good shooter.
Tony Allen, I'm still waiting for that jump shot to come, bro.
Those specialist type defenders. I know Asar, the reason why he gets playing time, bro, athletically, he clears most of these lot, bro. You know what I mean? He's an elite playmaker defensively, but that lack of offense is going to hurt him so much. Bro, he had a wide open three, he airballed it. I'm like, bro, where's this jump shot going to come from?
But the thing is, I don't think he needs a jump shot where
offense
it's...
It's super highlighted though because the Detroit Pistons have a lack of offense within
That's what I'm
themselves. Like
saying. Exactly.
Cage is there just doing everything.
That's why,
Durant's not really
that's
doing
why
nothing.
Kane's turning the ball over every 5 minutes. Because
Mm.
there's no spacing. He's driving into traffic, bro.
They just
Because
need
he's so
someone
good
else.
at everything else, I don't think he needs to be even a leech. I just think he needs to be the point where you got to keep it true. Like, he got to the point you actually, okay, I'm not going to leave him open. Even if it's like, oh, I'm going to go to him and contest it and leaves another player open. They don't trust you to make it free. Then all of a sudden now your star is getting doubled, and literally once your star gets doubled, you're looking at the run to get you points, and it's an issue. Back to the roster issue. If
Because
the
Warriors kind of solved that problem with Draymond. Draymond is a part of the offense, but teams leave him open. Like Draymond gets his buckets here and
But
there.
he at least looks at the rim and actually attempts shots.
That is true.
I always try and compare with Luke Dort as well. But if you want to get minutes to show how great you are defensively and to show your production, but you're gonna have to at least attempt stuff. Scott's not even looking at the rim half the time, bro. Saying
I saw a short thing
It's
of
peak
Luke
in
Dort.
Detroit. It's peak in Detroit, to be fair. They've got some real quick decisions.
60 wins though. It's nothing to sneeze at. You know what I mean? 60
No,
wins.
no. They've got a great platform. Great platform to go
100%.
100%, man. So let's see what they do in the summer. But lads, talk to me about this Eastern Conference Finals. Knicks, Cleveland. It's not bad. You know, it's not bad. Stateside. I'll start with you here. Talk to me about this series. How are you? You know, are you looking forward to this? And, you know, bonus question as well. Who do you have winning it in the games?
I got the Knicks winning this in 6. I think the Cavs will get a couple games. I like New York more because of the offense that they're playing, because of the basketball they're playing. Defensively, they're not bad as well. But I'm just saying how Mike Brown's almost unlocked Cat's playmaking. It makes him more valuable to the team than he already was, which means these foul troubles that he gets into. I'm saying all of this. He will get into these foul troubles, so we're gonna be like, oh, for God's sake, Cat, bro, don't foul there, don't foul here. It's just part of his game. But him being so pivotal in how they play nowadays with the player movement, ball movement, and like him being the focal point of it, his scoring, defending as well, he can't be in foul trouble too many times. I know he will, but his level of play right now, Brunson's level of play, OG, if he comes back and he stays healthy, I think that'll be big to get someone like a Mobley or Allen out of the paint, so Brunson can actually work in the paint, driving not Josh Allen, different sport, Josh Hart. He's actually making his threes as well. You know what I mean? So overall, I like the Knicks a lot. The Cavs, obviously, they'll have momentum, even though they've played 7 games. They'll have momentum coming into this. But Harden's played back-to-back Game 7 series. I don't know how many more he has on his legs. Do you know what I mean? I think the Knicks, they'll try and push the pace. They'll try and play fast. And I don't know how effective Harden will be with that style of basketball being put in front of him.
Tosin, are you gonna be like Hampton? Are you just like he didn't dismiss them, but again, for lack of a better word, let's just say he has. Are you in the same school of thinking that the Knicks probably have too much, especially that, you know, because they swept Philly, they've got a lot of rest coming into this series?
The thing is, I feel like, as you said, because they swept, who was it they swept?
76ers.
Philly. That's gonna play a big role into how the series goes. I feel like Donovan Mitchell and James Harden are X factors for sure. They can blow up and have crazy games, but the series between Philly and Knicks started on Monday and ended on Sunday of the same week. You know what I mean? They've had all the rest in the world to just run at Cleveland Cavaliers, who've been through a whole grueling 7-game series. So I feel like it's going to come down to energy and just poise, to be honest. But I got Knicks winning it in I think 5, bro. 5 games, bro. I don't see Cavs doing much with the next well-rested Knicks team now.
As if the Knicks are going to the finals. What?
Crazy.
I see it. Unfortunately, I do. Owen, I don't know about you, but me, I do. You know, I feel like they have the experience in there. They've got champions on that roster as well. Mike Brown, he's a good coach. He coached the Kings, so he has to be a good coach. So I'm just saying, you know,
you guys were decent when he was there as well, man.
Yeah, come on, man. You know,
you
we
took
didn't make
the
the
Knicks.
playoffs when he scrubbed
keep saying
it.
this.
The B-man shit.
Come on, man.
You took the Knicks to the playoffs. That's a ring in itself, bro. You know how hard it is to drag Sacramento to the playoffs.
Bro, serious. We had a serious team as well. If Draymond didn't try to break my center's ribs, we probably would have made it. But it's fine.
Listen,
It's
you
fine.
guys
No
don't
problem.
understand the hate what I had for Golden State against Sacramento, bro. I swear down, fam.
But that game 7, Curry was moving mad, bro.
Man.
Even Fox might have got us if he didn't break his finger or something.
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
But yeah, I think Knicks in 5, man. They've had too much rest.
You guys have all been too generous, bro. I would say Knicks in 3 if it was possible, bro. I don't think they're better than them at anything. I think obviously their backcourt is better in terms of Harden and D Mitch, but then obviously they got X Factor with Brunson, which I think is at the moment playing at a higher level. Their wings and with Miles Bridges, I don't know if Anunoby's going to be back in time. Then their center thing with that, and then if you look at their head coach as well, you guys mentioned it as well. Main thing in playoffs is always adjustments, and I think Mike Brown is one of the best coaches at adjustments and making adjustments on the fly. Even in Golden State, he was very important in the adjustments we made in mid-series. Obviously, Kenny Atkinson is a very good coach, but I haven't really seen him be tested to the point where he's made a change to the point I'm like, oh my gosh, this guy's special. You changed the thing by the thing. What he's great coach, but the adjustment. So I just don't think, and obviously you mentioned now the rest as well. I don't think there's anything in the Cavs' favor. Even if they both came off a sweep and had a whole week to rest, I'd still have the Knicks comfortably beating them.
Don't you think the teams line up well though? Like they both have a decent backcourt, and then the Cavs front court in Mobley, Allen, like that's a decent front court, bro.
Yeah, they don't give you the same offense as Cat, and then obviously they still got Mitchell Robinson as well.
True.
I know every series is different, but bro, the Cavs took 2 non-shooting teams to Game 7s, and the Raptors and Detroit. They had no business taking both teams to Game 7. So I'm saying, if you come against a team that they can put out a lineup that all 5 players can shoot, you can say that about the Raptors. You can say that about Detroit. I mean, the Knicks, they've been there. Knicks have always been in the conference finals, conference semis, conference finals. Obviously, they got put to work by Indiana last year, but Cat gave you 20 points in Game 4. Yeah, I think all was in the fourth quarter as well. So the talent level from the Knicks compared to the other two is big. And
hey, question for you guys, yeah. Who do you think is better, Harden or Jalen Brunson at this stage in their career?
Jalen Brunson, no question.
Brunson,
no question.
No question, yeah.
Comfortable.
Okay. What about Donovan Mitchell or Jalen Brunson?
Jalen Brunson, no question.
I'll rather Brunson than Mitchell.
I don't think
Brunson in the playoffs.
Brunson in the playoffs is a different animal still. He's what, clutch player of the year this year, if I'm not mistaken, or last year?
2 years ago, I want to say.
Something like that. This guy, I've seen him in situations where I'm like, yeah, this guy's Gara still. I can't lie. So Gara. Where I can't say the same, especially for Harden. And you know what? Humps has been on the Donovan Mitchell hate train for a while. And there's some moments in the last series against the Pistons where I'm seeing it low key, This Donovan Mitchell guy can put up points and punches. However, if the game gets too far away, this guy just shrinks, bro. I don't like it. Man. But just
that boy got a bag though, man. You can't guard Donovan Mitchell. You can't. How do you guard it? Can dunk, freeze. The shot is wet. Like it's crazy.
Do it all. Can do it all.
I mean, movies come out with as well the whole.
Yeah, that thing is cold. That thing is cold. Mikael Bridges and Anunoby is snatching that. They're taking that.
They'll cause them problems. I mean, he had his misses courtside last game. That's why he was balling out. I don't blame him. I do the same.
Man, if I'm playing in front of Coco Jones,
bro, you see half court shot, logo freeze.
Niggas were airball in front of Meg the Stallion this year, bro. I don't believe having your girl there does anything for you, bro.
It's pressure though, for sure.
You weren't even invested in it, so I'll be real. I don't know, baby.
Real love.
Come on, man. Like, share, comment, rate, subscribe. If you enjoy what you're listening to, man, come on. Before we hit our last junction, lads, just a few quickie headlines that's doing the NBA rounds, things that we haven't touched on. The Pelicans have hired Jamal Mosley as head coach with a 5-year contract. Stateside, for me and you had, strong feelings in regards to, it was probably time to go, but it's not that fair though, because Orlando didn't do my boy right. He's
already got a job already.
He's got a job already. He's with the Pelicans now. He's Zion and them, man. Yeah. And actually, I like it for them. I do. Because you think about how we transformed the Orlando Magic into something competitive. Zion aside, or maybe trade Zion for something else, maybe you can put the Pelicans back on the map. I'm just saying, don't sleep on the Jamal Mosley thing.
I mean, I didn't love how the Magic played defensively. Maybe it's more to do with the personnel than it actually is to do with the coach. You know what I mean? Because as a chef, you need the right ingredients to obviously make a bag of meal. But if you're giving him Franz and Paolo and all of these guys, whoever else on there, the offense was looking a bit bleak. It was looking a bit murky. So we'll see what the Pelicans. We'll see what you can do with the Pelicans. Bro, I don't trust Zion and them lot. But
Bro.
maybe they just need a new voice in the locker room. But I mean,
Guys-
shout out to Jamal Mosley, man. Yeah, I didn't think he'd get a job this quickly, but yeah, shout out to him.
I'm of the mindset that the Pelicans are a cursed franchise, bro. Whatever happens there, nothing good will ever come from the New Orleans Pelicans.
Right.
How like Zion was touted as the next best thing since LeBron James,
Yeah,
and he hasn't seen a playoff series, bro.
Are we really putting out on the Pelicans and not his off-court behavior? I think I agree with the Pelicans are a curse, but I don't believe the Pelicans curse Zion. I don't think Zion's part of the curse.
They've had decent rosters to the point where I'm thinking they might be a decent team next year. They might make
We'll
playoffs,
see.
make a playing team. Bro, every year it's 14, 15. That's where they sit. They had DeJounte Murray, Zion Williamson. Who else was on that team?
Brandon Ingram,
Trey
Trey Murphy.
Bro, and it's always been bad. Always,
What's the
bro.
Golden State guy? Jordan Poole was there as well.
JP there as well. Yeah,
He's doing nonsense as always, man. Nonsense guy, bruv. But
They're not giving him.
I'm hopeful that Jamal Mosley can get a tune out of there. Maybe it's by trading Zion. I've said that in the past. I think he could do with a change of scenery. But we'll see in regards to the Pelicans. This is one I wanted to get the people's take on still. Amazon Prime poked fun at ESPN's Shams Charania for essentially spoiling the announcement of the MVP. Lads, you see these Shams, the Fabrizios of the world. Me personally, I'm not here for them. I'm not. They're spoiling the fun, bruv. You know when you're looking at the draft, when your team is down there, picking high. You're looking at the draft, and then my man has already spoiled the pick, and we haven't even got past the first pick. I'm like, yo, what's going on? You lot are spoiling the fun. I like to wake up and see the drama. Do you know what I mean? But that's just me. I'm not a fan of, the rise of all these social guys, but you lot can let me know if I'm bugging, because me personally, Shams, he needed to take a touch on he has to take a touch on a lot of things.
Well,
But
I
especially
agree.
MVP, draft picks, free agency. No, free agency I'm here for. Trades I'm here for. But anything else, take a touch, man. I'm alright. I'm cool.
I'm surprised people are more.
And Woj on post notifications since like 2018.
Oh, him as well. I was cool on him, man. I was cool on him.
Now Shams is just every day posting something. Like it gets annoying to a point. Yeah, I didn't like the MVP announcement at all. It was a bit boring, man. Like, especially when it's a race like this as well, when you don't know who it's gonna be.
Bro, just went and spoiled it, bruv.
It's
Can I ask you, man? Were any of you watching the Amazon thing when it got spoiled?
No.
So how else you
I wasn't there.
You guys are gonna find out the same way anyway.
It's just boring,
I
though,
want
man. They can do it a
It's
bit
just
away.
the element of surprise, though. It's just taken away. Do you know what I mean?
I was more surprised that people and RIP people was more offended about the MVP than him announcing the Brandon Clark thing. I thought if anyone's gonna be pissed off about something, it would have been.
I didn't like
and
Brandon
now
Clark
he
thing
broke
either,
it.
bro. It seemed a bit insensitive, to be honest.
Yeah. I thought that's what you were going to go into when you started the topic. When I found out you're saying the MVP, I said, it's so nuts, because I completely forgot there was a whole time where I actually used to watch the news and find out something. Now it's just a pop-up
I think
notification.
they done that last year when Shai won it. I think the Inside the NBA lot actually announced it. And Shams didn't tweet it, so you found out.
You see that? I like that way better than my man on Twitter. It's the dead of the night, and I'm like, oh, Shai's the MVP, cool. But like, I want to see something. This is MVP of the league now. I want to see something special. I want to see some theatrics. I don't want to just see my man post on Twitter and then he puts his phone down and goes about his day. What the hell?
I stopped removing the whole post notification from Woj and Diesel when I found out Paul George got traded to the Clippers, and then a day later, Westbrook has left OKC. I'm like, yeah, that's enough. That's enough post notifications for today, bro. Since then,
We play fantasy, so we ain't even got a choice. We can miss out. We can miss out on a big thing that will cost us our season in fantasy. So we can't even afford to have it off, even in off season.
Yeah, see, I do have that on as well, just so I can be tapped in. But especially when it's like big, grandiose things, I like to think, let's think about what we're doing here. But that's just me, innit? That's just me. Like I said, can think I'm bugging. Fine, no problem. The Brandon Clark thing as well, you're 100% correct. I think that was on the insensitive side. But at the same time, death and how you announce it, is there ever a right way? I don't know.
Yeah.
So I'll allow him in regards to how we went about that. But the MVP thing, I'm a bit salty, but just me, innit? Just me. And then finally, lads, the Minnesota Timberwolves, Matt Conley says he won't retire. He's going to play year 20. Doesn't have to be long on this one, lads, but I'm just saying. Actually, you know what? I have a question. Because LeBron James kind of fits into this category as well. In regards to, he could have played his last game in the NBA. We still don't know. He hasn't announced anything. Do you prefer, maybe Humps, I'll start with you, because I've got your take on this. Would you prefer somebody to, squeeze the sponge until it's dry? Or, you just go out on top, you sail into the sunset while you're still at the height of your game, so nobody has to see that, dry, wrinkly sponge.
It's not even like height of the game. You gotta go out when it's a little bit respectable. You know what I mean? LeBron obviously came out saying, "I don't want to go out when when the wheels fall off." You know what I mean? Obviously, he's playing at a great level right now, but he's 41, 42. Go home to your wife and kids. Is what I say to these old farts, bro. Go to the missus, go to the kids, man. Bro, the NBA, you did, 19, 20 plus years. At that point, bro, it's too much, man. Do you know what I mean? But then I also look from the side point where I always hear from these lot saying it's hard to know when to retire when this is all you've been doing for the past 15, 20 years. Like, how do you know when is the perfect time to leave? Do you know what I mean? Even if when you leave, even when you're like saying, I can't do off season, I can't do travels, this and another, and you're like, yes, I'm retiring. A week later, you're seeing them on TV, first take, you're seeing them on basketball TV shows. It's part of them. Do you know what I mean? So I got to give them a bit of grace in that sense, but I don't know, bro. Go back to your wife and kids, man. What do you call it? That's what I say.
Boys, I'm just saying, I'm thinking of the Kyle Lowrys of today. I'm thinking of the Vince Carters of yesterday. There's some people that until there's nothing left, they're going to play. But then there's some people, like, obviously not an NBA example, but Aaron Donald in the NBA, he said, hey, at the top of my game, yeah, it's cool. I'm finished. No problem. What are you guys saying?
I agree with Pumps with like everyone else besides LeBron James. Kyle Lowry, you're on the bench, you're not doing anything. Vince Carter, I was like, Vince, you should have went time ago. Dirk Nowitzki, remember Dirk when he was running up the court?
He used to look like he used to hurt him to run. I didn't even like watching him play.
Well, he was until there was nothing left.
Yeah. We can sit here and still argue, is LeBron still a top 10 player in the NBA? Like, if you're still that good, yeah, listen. You got to play, bro. You got to sit at home and watch these guys, and I'm better than these guys on the TV. Nah, man. LeBron got to continue. LeBron, if you're listening to me, don't ever retire, bro.
Y'all played an MVP the series.
Let's relax, man. Let's relax.
Why would you retire?
Nah. Bro, I mean, with LeBron, it's different. LeBron's a completely different.
LeBron's an anomaly.
Bro, he's going to be 42 next season, bro. It gets to a point.
But you don't know when we ain't seen LeBron's last game.
When's the farewell tour so we can wrap it up? You know what I mean? Say it.
What was it? Say your question again.
You know we ain't seen. You know how you mentioned before that? We might have seen LeBron's last game. The diva LeBron there's no way we've seen him play his last game on the sweep. If he was get out on the sweep,
what are you saying? He needs the farewell tour. He needs it.
Even if you can't walk, you find a way.
If LeBron doesn't get a farewell tour, we failed him. We just failed him.
We failed him. I took my slander online too far. I just wanted your attention, King. I didn't need it.
Well, lads, this has brought me very nicely into our final game, our final junction on the Stateside Report UK. Would you like to play one more final game before we get out of here?
Let's get it.
Listen, we've been doing overreactions this whole playoffs, and once again, we're gonna overreact now. I'm gonna give you a statement, and everybody just jump in. You can let me know if I'm reacting fairly, accordingly, or if I'm bugging, wigging out. Can you do that for me? Can you do that for the people?
Yeah.
Well, I'm a master gaslighter, so any nonsense that goes on, I always support it. So I need to let you know.
No problem. Some of these are devil's advocate. Some of these I really think, but you will never know what I really think, though. You will never know. Sometimes I'm just, giving the people what they need. And I'll start with the first one here. Evan Mobley will win MVP one day. Is this an overreaction?
Maybe one day, but not in this lifetime. Not in this lifetime. Maybe some multi-universe type shit, but not this.
I don't think anything you say from now on is going to be a bigger overreaction than that, bro.
Bro. Mobley. Maybe it's just about DPOY. You're talking about MVP.
Never. He ain't got the offensive game, bro. He ain't got the offensive game. It's impossible.
Bro, I'm just saying, Game 7, just that he was hooping, bro.
So was Jarrett Allen, man. You know what I mean? Nah, big overreaction. Biggest overreaction.
So be quiet there. What, you're not hearing it?
I can't even give energy to that. Evan Mobley. What?
That's
Evan
me.
Mobley.
Yeah,
now, to be fair, his shots are falling. Yeah, yeah.
Hey, man, I don't even know if Tatum is gonna win an MVP in his career, bro.
Bro, that's what I'm saying.
You know
That
what I
probably,
mean?
yeah, that probably should have been like the question. Evan Mobley, he's progressing nicely. Do you know what I mean? But MVP, bro, it takes a caliber of player to be in those conversations, let alone win it.
All right. Just testing the waters. Just testing the waters. Next one. LeBron James should retire in Cleveland. Is this an overreaction?
No.
I'm not mad at it, you know.
I want that to happen. I
Yeah.
actually want that to happen, bro.
Yeah.
I like that one. That's my overreaction.
So
That's
we can
like-
show Evan Mobley how to win MVP. This is what we're doing. This is what we're doing. No?
I'm not gonna put any sort of smoke to that fire at all, man.
I'm trying to
chance.
blow it
No,
out.
LeBron in Cleveland will be clean though. He'll be clean.
That would be nice. That would be proper still.
Few more here. The Thompson twins will never win a championship with their current jump shots. Is this an overreaction?
No, it's not a reaction at all. I don't know. There's no reaction. I just think, bro, that one-sided style of play, you have to try and hide them on offense. I don't love it. I really don't.
I don't think. I think that's overreaction. That's overreaction. I don't think you have to focus on them as much. Like the team, I don't think their offense is the biggest part of the team. Like you can have players around them that carry the offense, and they can still do their job. So I think that's overreaction.
I think it's overreaction, but they got to win the ring in their rookie year on their rookie contract because they're a good enough player to actually demand enough of a salary. So you can't construct a winning team once they've gone off that rookie salary. But once you actually have to pay them and they're actually a focal point of the team and they hold weight within the salary cap, then yeah, there's a big issue there. I don't think you can.
It's fair, lads. It's fair. Couple more here. Jaylen Brown's streams as a hobby, but he should stop. It's doing him no good. Is this an overreaction?
Yeah.
Unplug it off of the main server, man. Cut the Wi-Fi, man. It's doing damage. I'm saying. But you see what you're saying to Stephen A, bro? That's not him, man.
Hey.
That's how
I
I
heard the streamers. I heard
what he's done now,
in the
he's-
comment section, or whatever they say, whatever the young will say these days. Whatever.
Bro, he's stooped down to Stephen A's level, and that's exactly what Stephen A wanted.
literally.
I mean, out here throwing curse words. That's not who you are, Jalen.
Yeah.
I
What,
mean,
Tosin, you're not hearing that. You should put the streaming equipment down.
No, I don't think you should put it down, but you're talking crazy, Jalen Brown. You said some questionable things, man. Some questionable things, but
Like what?
No, there's
Bro,
a
he
couple of
said-
things that really and truly should get him traded. There was a thing where it's like, once Tatum came back, I wish we stuck to what we was on, you know. I wish I was
Yeah,
giving me the ball, you know. You can't be
that's just
doing that.
weird.
You can't be doing
Okay, he shouldn't have said it, but was he wrong?
But he
There's different things- you can say it's something you shouldn't say, but was he wrong?
You shouldn't
yeah,
have
he's
said
wrong.
it.
Cause
and it's just the franchise that he's playing for, though. They don't like too much outside noise
Well,
coming
they're
in.
not here
They
for
don't like
people
too much
walking the boat,
friction.
you know.
They don't
That's
like
what I'm saying.
outspoken blacks. We can say it. They don't like
Yeah, they
Bro,
don't.
in Boston,
They
bro.
don't. Bro,
Boston,
Rondo,
we
he
know-
was
we know what
rocking it.
Boston's
They said
are,
no
bro.
problem. Off to Dallas, your
That's what I'm
pops.
saying, man.
Bro, it gets like that, man. Well, Isaiah Thomas, I know you went through tragedy, but hey, man, Cleveland, it looks good for you there, man. It's good over there. Know what I mean?
It
I'll
would
never
do
see
it
you
would
Keep
do
holding
more
it,
than good
make
if
news
he's
now.
talking like this.
Yeah,
I'm
man. Jordan
biased.
Hayward,
I
I know
love
you broke your
streamers too
leg.
much.
We've got championships to win. Off you pop, see you later. No?
If it's
Boston
any
don't play.
role player, then sure. But bro, that's your max player. Talking crazy like that, man.
My
He's
thing
smart.
is,
He said
like,
it
even
after
with
the contract,
Draymond, when
after that
Draymond went on his
$300 million
podcast
contract.
and killed the whole
Draymond
season,
can fall into the same
I won.
category, bruv.
but he won. I think that's one of the coldest things ever. When he came, when he did a podcast and narrating breaking down games, I won the ring. That I think that is all time.
But then you have the
put like
chance to
that.
do. But you can't turn on your Twitch or whatever after you giving up a 3-1 lead at home. You can't do that.
Okay,
You
no,
know, if you win a championship and you go back trying to analyze stuff, it's cool. We'll watch it. That's when you have room to do that. But you've blown a 3-1 lead and you're talking crazy straight after that, and then what? A couple weeks after, bro.
And it was a 3-1
Philly
lead that
looked
no
better.
one thought you'd lose, bro. Like Philly that be losing to everyone. He
That's
lost
what
a
I'm
3-1 lead to Philly, bro.
They
Come
didn't
on.
win another game after they beat you guys. So okay, I
It made
can't lie. You guys
Embiid look like Shaq, bro.
He lost to Joel Embiid and he doesn't have cartilage in his
That's what I'm
knees.
saying.
Doesn't.
He doesn't have appendix anymore.
Bro, he walks, I can hear his knees grinding
Bro,
together.
they pulling his arm, pulling his leg. He's laying it, bro. Come on, man. That
The thing
Embiid.
is,
He gave
it's not
everything he
even
had to get
Embiid
so
was even
the F out of there. I said,
Embiid
you know
was
what?
even taking the mic. He even dressed like LeBron for the 3-1 comeback. Come on,
Word.
man.
Hey, well,
word.
Michael
Let
Phelps-
Embiid dunk on your whole franchise like that? Yeah,
Nah.
man.
I don't love it with Jalen Brown and those streamer stuff. I'm not gonna lie.
Got two more for
I
you,
don't mind
lads.
it. I don't
Yeah.
mind it. It is fun. It is fun.
I don't. It depends, man. Time and place.
Lobby's in
time
the
and
comment
place.
section, man. And we're the streaming niggas.
Word. Hey, man, the comment section is never wrong, so we'll see what they're saying. Don't worry about that. Two more for you, lads. Next season, Luka Doncic will win MVP. Is this an overreaction?
Yeah.
I like it.
I
like
think
this one.
MVP is locked off for the next couple of years. I think it's between Shai and Wemby for the next couple of years. I don't think.
But Luka
Unless-
did get consideration this year, though.
He did.
He did.
There was
He
a
didn't
chance.
think,
He didn't
like,
get no first place votes because I think the whole hamstring thing, and then last minute they're saying he's eligible for. You have to play at a level, and his team will have to win a lot of games.
Mhm.
I mean, now obviously they're saying the best player on the best team or best teams because Wemby, we won 62 games. SGA won 64. Doncic is gonna have to get up to like 57, close to flirting with the 60 wins. His numbers are always gonna be there, but he's gonna have to put a good season together. And the fact that he hasn't won it might put it in his favor because bro, these are shiny new toy, innit?
That's what I'm scared of. I'm scared Luka might not ever win MVP, you know, and that would just be tragedy, innit?
I said, can I add one? Can I add one to
If
this?
he doesn't win it, in his career.
Can I add one overreaction thing to it?
Please.
Winning an MVP is in today's NBA. Winning an MVP is harder than winning a championship. Is that an overreaction?
Yeah. No, it's not. It's not overreaction. It's not overreaction. It's correct.
No, it is. It is.
That's exactly what I want. I mean, two different.
That's a good question, you know. That's a good question.
It's damn near impossible to win MVP if you're not
MVP
playing
is
on
like-
Jokic.
Obviously, they're both
for
tied
the
to what
next
your team is
6 years,
doing.
It's gonna be Jokic, SGA, and like all the big Giannis. Like it's tough to win the MVP, bro. There's some good players in the league.
I feel like just if you just do for basic maths, there's one person that wins MVP every year. There's 13 people that win a ring every year.
Well,
So
I'll give you
technically-
more basic maths. LeBron James has played 23 years and only has 4.
Right.
It's not easy to win the championship, bro. You have to have a lot go right for you. Whereas MVP,
Damon Jones
bruv.
has a ring.
be on a good team, put up good numbers, and you'll probably win it. Do you get it? That's how it goes. So and
Virgil got 2
championship
in a
is not
year.
as linear as that.
I don't know though, man.
That's fair.
But
Because
there's
obviously,
certain
one
players
of you guys
that
mentioned Jason
generation
Tatum as well.
Bro, Jason Tatum could mess around and win MVP because he's on a good team, and the Celtics are probably the best team in the East when everybody's healthy.
I think
But with that, he has to average back 35 points, bro. Because Jokic is on the other conference averaging.
Yeah, he has to. Of course, you have to do the mad thing. But bro, if you're him, you're him. If you're him, you will do it.
That ship
you
is
got
sail for Tatum and Boston.
You can be him and still not win a championship.
True.
I feel like you have more control of winning a championship just in the aspects of every 4 years you get to pick where you go.
What do you see Ant winning first? MVP or ring?
MVP.
MVP, definitely.
For real?
Did you say a ring?
Ring.
Yes.
As a number one option.
He's been to the conference finals twice.
Maybe not as the number one option,
But
but
he might as well not have got there because he was there for 5 minutes, mate.
you only get 5 minutes.
Yeah, bro, he was getting slapped around once he got there still.
Hey, we've never seen Ant in like top 3 MVP consideration.
No, we haven't.
No. But his team just haven't been better than Shai's team, Jokic's team,
Now Wemby's team.
Wemby's team, Giannis' team. It's tough, man.
Hey,
I think in a matchup though, Ant's thing is more like he can rise to the level he needs to play. But I don't see Ant just doing it for a whole season, just like 82 games, just killing it. And to be fair, he does as well. But I always feel like there'll be players that just offer more in the game. But I feel like in the ring thing as well, especially if you got like someone just as good as him, he just go with the whole thing. Okay, I'm going to rise to my matchup, and then that's why we're going to win. That's why I say ring more than that. If you ask me, for example, someone like Wemby, I'd probably say MVP than a ring. Because what he does so much on the court that is
Yeah. That's fair.
conducive.
That's fair. Would you say Giannis wins a championship or an MVP first?
Next or first?
Or next, excuse me, next.
Championship.
Probably championship, bro.
Championship. We're not even going to consider him that. He has to do something crazy. He got 2 already.
He gets traded to a certain situation and then he could turn up on a mad thing. Like if he gets traded to New York, you know how they go over there, man.
Yeah, true.
They're not good deal now. They got to the semi. Maybe it depends if they get to the finals or not.
It depends, obviously, if they win this year and all that. I know, I get it. But I'm just saying, man, that hype train is serious. I'm just saying, man. And you know what? It brings me on to our last overreaction before we get out of here, lads. This era of basketball is the best in history. Is this an overreaction?
It's not an overreaction. It's not.
Yeah, that's what I'm reaching. You can really debate that, as in when you break down the players and what they're averaging, how they're shooting, all that stuff. You can really come and say this era is just ridiculous at this point. But I'd say it's between this era and the era before, so 2000s, where we know in Kobe, Tim Duncan, all them man was there. It's between those.
You got to look at the widened pool of talent as well. Top 5 players, arguably all from outside of the US. Ultimate MVP from Canada. I'm saying, OKC in a team that's winning 62 plus, games.
So you had 3 teams that won 60 games this year, no?
3 teams that won 60 games this year. Wemby, look at the talent that he is. We've never seen anything like this before. And as I always say, the number 5 position, the center position, is as hardest it's ever been to play in league history, because of all the guards that you obviously, like I'm saying, you have to chase around. There's another LeBron, Curry, KD, almost 40 years and still playing at such a high level. In my opinion, I think this era is the most skilled, is the best it's ever been.
Oh, no, how far you shaking your head there?
I feel like the peak is not as high as it used to be in terms of every other player. To be fair, like obviously you got your Steph, you got your KDs, you've got your LeBrons in this era, and then after that, but then you can't compare it to the peaks of the other teams. But if you look at the baseline of the players, like the teams, what it takes to get them for like a 7-footer back in the day, all they had to be was 7 foot. Now you need a 7-footer to be quick on his feet, to shoot the free. Drummond is shooting threes.
I never want to see the day.
Check nowadays.
I saw Dwight Howard back end of his career shooting threes as well, man.
Threes, this is what they got to do now to survive in modern days NBA.
Brook Lopez
contract.
Brook Lopez added at least 5 to 7 years to his career by
shooting the free. Back in the day, being 7-footer was just enough. If you stay healthy, that's all you needed to really stay in the league. So the skill level of the average player had to really increase. So I feel like the baseline is higher, but I feel like the difference in the previous time between the average player and the superstar was way bigger than it is now.
Oh no, that's true. That's definitely true.
Even between now, I feel like average player and superstars could be taking 10 shots a game, 10 extra shots a game, and all of a sudden we're putting someone in a star conversation from that.
It's definitely a conversation for sure. Definitely a conversation.
Yeah, definitely. I'll put it out to the people. As we know, the comment section is never wrong, allegedly. So we'll put it out there and we'll see what the people are saying. But gentlemen, we've come to the end. Stateside Report UK episode 86. For the people that have been out there listening, thank you. Like, share, comment, rate, subscribe, all that jazzy stuff. Owen, Tosin, big thanks from Cut Out Podcast for jumping on our thing. For the people, by the way, that want to hear more from you, where can they find you? Please let them know.
You can find us on Instagram and TikTok at CountItPod. And that's where we're at. Thanks for having us as well.
Of course, man. Of course. Hopefully, we can spin the block on your thing. We can get cracking. There'll be some more storylines that develop as the playoffs go on. Oh, it's going to be good, lads. It's going to be good. We've reached a good point in the season, and it's collab season as well. This is what I'm telling you, lads. Like I said, like, share, comment, rate, subscribe, all that jazzy stuff. Stateside up for me and you. Back again next week.
One time next week, man. Hopefully, we would have swept it. I'm saying.
Let me get out of here before something happens to me, man.
I appreciate having us.
Of course.